Having your friends nearby to celebrate special occasions is truly wonderful. On 4th July 2017, Koko the gorilla turned 46 years old and was fortunate to have received an amazing gift. When she opened the box, the elderly gorilla was unexpectedly overjoyed. We know this because Koko was able to communicate her emotions through sign language, a unique ability of hers. Let's check out Koko's story, which began in 1971. It's a heartbreaking story, but it also has happy moments. The gorilla didn't have any babies, but her trainer decided to surprise Koko on her birthday. Not only did she get a birthday cake, but she received a box. Her face will immediately change once she looks into the box. It was the dream gift. Before we see Koko's reaction, let's go back to the day the gorilla was born. She was at the San Francisco Zoo, and her full name, Hanabiko, means fireworks child. She was nicknamed Koko, and she had to leave her mother. When Koko turned 6 months, she got a disease that threatened her life. She could only be saved, but she had to be separated from her mother. Fortunately, Koko recovered and met a friend that would shape her whole life. Francine Penny Patterson, a psychology PhD student. The zoo agreed to the project only if the student would spend the years with Koko. So, Koko got a new home at the Stanford University, where she also met zoologist Dr. Ronald Cohn. You won't believe what they taught Koko. The project was to see if apes were able to learn sign language. Koko also met Noom and Michael, 2 gorillas that were part of the project. All that time spent together have made Patterson and Koko inseparable friends. And Koko learned how to talk. Koko knows over 1,000 signs and understands more than 2,000 English words. Her friend Michael passed away in 2000, but also knew as much as Koko. Noom picked up signs from both Koko and the humans. In 2015, Patterson said that Koko has spent so much time around language sign that she even understood some English from the very beginning. You won't believe what Koko did in an interview. She also had some signs when I arrived that she used without anybody prompting her. So, I created new signs and asked questions, said Patterson. Even though her language is similar to a child's, Koko gets deeper concepts. For example, Koko knew her birthday was getting close, said Patterson. Even a month before her birthday, she starts putting out some of these cards with birthday designs on them. And the highly intelligent ape was visited by famous people.
Also, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story.
Celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio, Sting and Robin Williams went to visit Koko and talk to her. And it looks like Koko understood how famous she was because when she described herself, she used the sign for Queen, surprising Patterson. It was a sign we almost never used, said Patterson. Koko understands that she's special because of all the attention she's had from professors and caregivers and the media, she added. But Koko was missing something. Whenever Patterson asked Koko what she wanted for her birthday, she would reply with a sign associated with the word baby. When Koko was a young ape, she received toys and dolls to play with. When she turned 12, she received a real kitten called All Ball. Unfortunately, Koko lost her kitten 6 months later when it was run over. Her pet died and Koko used the signs for sad, cry, trouble, and frown to tell her caretaker how she felt. After that, Koko had a red tabby and a gray kitty that lived almost 20 years. And then, the 4-year project turned into a 44-year-old relationship and had been counting. But on July 4, 2015, Koko would have the best surprise of them all. Her best friend and mother, Patterson, gave Koko a box with a special gift. Koko discovered a litter of kittens in her box. She first let them smell her and get accustomed to the scent. Then she tickled the kittens' bellies with a finger. Just wait to see how gently she touches them. The giant ape was eager to pick up her babies, but she was patient and let them come close on their own. Koko was in love with the kittens. She used the signs cat and baby to show Patterson that she was happy to adopt them all. She even chose a favorite, Ms. Gray, and asked for it to be put on her head. The black kitten climbed on her mommy, and Koko was in heaven. This would be the beginning of a happy furry family. In 2016, on Koko's website, the kittens appeared in a video. With Koko by their side, every day was playtime. Patterson was also in awe of them, knowing she has done a good job so far. Patterson's initial goal was achieved. Koko and the 2 other apes became proficient in sign language and were able to communicate with humans. However, the caretaker's current focus is on the welfare of the apes, while Koko's attention is on her kittens. Under Koko's loving care, the kittens have matured into beautiful cats. It would be challenging for us to determine who is the most adorable among Koko and her furry babies. Born in 1971 at the San Francisco Zoo, Koko was a female western lowland gorilla who, at the age of 47, passed away in 2018, meaning she is no longer with us.